coming up.
Mom, I gotta get out of here.
In a minute.
Natalie, I have a staff meeting at 9 o'clock.
You'll make it. Let's see now. That's a waffle for Ross, fried eggs for Martin, scrambled eggs for Patty, and French toast for Kathy.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Doctor.
What are you doing at this moment?
Fixing breakfast. What are you doing?
Are you fixing breakfast or performing one of 100 other household tasks? Then I wholeheartedly approve.
Thank you, Doctor.
With one reservation, only if your family appreciates what you're doing.
You bet they do.
One of the major problems of the housewife in modern civilization is that she is taken for granted. She becomes no more than a useful piece of furniture around the house, and she is treated as such.
Boy, have you got a lot to learn. Here we are. That's French toast for Kathy.
Thank you.
Scrambled eggs for Patty. Fried eggs for Martin. And a waffle for Russ.
Richard and Craig are picking us up at 6 o'clock. We'll have dinner on the way. I'll get home early. I want to do my hair. Will you do mine for me while you're at it, Kath? All right. You're a giant. Remind me to do something nice for you sometime, Cuz.
Is everything all right? Mm-hmm. Why don't we go to a movie tonight?
No, the CEA conference is starting today. I'm afraid I won't be home for dinner.
Patty?
Kathy and I won't be home either, Mom. We're double dating with a couple of tycoons.
Ross?
I have a patrol meeting tonight.
I see.
Therefore, in conclusion, let me say, housewives, you may be in bigger trouble than you think. The big question is, are mothers people?
Meet Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bouquets, different as night and day. Where Kathy adores a minuet, the ballet russe, and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves to rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet, still they're cousins, identical cousins, and you find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
Natalie? Natalie?
Yes, dear.
What'd you do with my briefcase?
Well, I didn't do anything with it.
Well, somebody did. I left it right there in the hall closet.
Did you look in there?
Of course I looked in there.
There it is, right where you left it.
Well, there's so much junk in there, it's a wonder anybody can find anything.
Well, I'm going to clean it out again just as soon as I find the time. You know, most of the things in there are yours, darling, and a lot of it could go into the basement.
Oh, that's a good idea. Well, not the golf clubs.
All right.
I'd say we'd better keep the skis up here, too.
All right. You never know when it'll snow in the closet.
What do you know? My old medicine ball.
That could go in the basement.
No, I'm going to start working out a little. Hey, there's my old fishing pole.
That could certainly go.
Let's leave it.
You planning to fish through the ice?
Well, since I get a little time, I think I'd like to practice a little dry fly casting. Now, this could certainly go somewhere else.
Oh, you're right.
You know, if my desk were that cluttered, we'd never get the newspaper out.
Darling.
Yeah?
Oh, never mind.
All set. Papa, will you give us a lift?
Oh, sure. Say, Natalie, there's some buttons missing from my blue shirt and my striped shirt. Would you sew them on when you get a chance?
All right.
I ripped my corduroys. Maybe you can patch it.
I'll take a look at them.
Mom, if Roger calls, will you tell him that we're meeting at Susie's? We're going to stop for a bite at Binky's if he wants to join us. Aunt Natalie, if Judy calls, will you tell her that I won't be able to help her with her math tonight, but that I'll call tomorrow night at 8 o'clock?
If Roger calls, you're meeting at Susie's. He can join you at Binky's. You can't work with Judy tonight. 8 o'clock tomorrow night. The buttons on your blue shirt and striped shirt, and a ribbon in your corduroy pants.
Bye.
Bye, Mom.
Joan? Natalie, are you doing anything? Can you come over here right now? I guess I've always just taken it for granted that my family appreciates me. But this morning, when I heard that psychologist talking about what a big problem this is to American housewives, I realized it was true. They don't appreciate me.
Welcome to the club, honey.
I clean for them, cook for them, sew on buttons, nurse their colds, and I love doing it. Don't misunderstand me.
Oh, I read you loud and clear. You just want a little appreciation.
Exactly. You know, all they have to do is just say thank you once in a while. A little pat on the head to old dog Trey. Joan, do you know how many breakfasts I've cooked for them? 6,559.
How do you happen to know that?
I figured it out. And you know how many dishes I've washed?
I'd rather not hear.
You think I'm making a mountain out of a molehill?
No. I think you're making a molehill out of a mountain. I think it's time for the mothers of the world to unite.
I hate to say it about my own family, but I have to face facts. They're selfish. They don't care what happens to me.
You know, what we really need is a union.
How do I go about joining?
First, we have to plan our attack.
You make it sound like some kind of battle.
That's exactly what it is. All-out war.
Joan, this is my family. I love them. They love me.
Of course, but every once in a while you have to give them a little nudge to remind them that you're around, that's all.
What am I supposed to do? Go around saying, appreciate me, everybody?
There are techniques.
I'm afraid I don't know them.
Mother will teach you. Step 1. Tomorrow morning, you are going to be so sick.
What?
Tomorrow morning, you are going to stay in bed. We'll start them off with a little sympathy. It never fails.
Honey, is there anything I can bring you before I go to work?
No, thank you.
How you feeling?
Oh, fine, thank you. Just a little weak.
You're probably coming down with a cold.
Or pneumonia.
I doubt it. You'll be on your feet before you know it. You're too restless to spend more than a few hours in bed. By the way, while you're resting, we should look over the speech I'm going to make at the Overseas Club tonight. See if you think there's anything I should add to it. And I'd appreciate it if you would see that my dinner jacket is pressed. And by the way, please call Gilroy's and tell him to make sure my shirt is here by 5 o'clock, okay?
Hi, Mom. How are you feeling? Oh, Mom, I'm supposed to meet Richard back here after school, but I'll be tied up with a dance committee meeting. When he comes, will you tell him to go over to Alice's and I'll meet him over there? Oh, and you might call Alice and tell her that Richard is bringing the records. I'd call him myself, but I won't have time. How are you feeling, Aunt Natalie?
Terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're probably coming down with a cold. I'm expecting a COD package. Could you please pay the delivery man when he comes? There's a dress in it. If you're feeling well enough, I would appreciate it if you'd hang it up for me. I'd like to wear it tonight.
How you feeling, Mom?
Marvelous.
That's great. Mom, one of the wings of my model jet got broken. I told Mr. Francioso you'd bring it in. If he can't fix it, buy a model kit 7A. Don't get 7B, 7A. And he'll give you a trade-in on the model kit on my dresser. If it's not on my dresser, it's in one of my drawers.
Can't you do it yourself after school?
I'm not coming home after school. We're going out to play ball, and I need the plane to enter in a contest Saturday.
Perhaps your mother doesn't feel up to it, Ross.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll do it while I'm resting. Look over your speech, have dinner jacket pressed, tell Gilroy's to have your shirt here by 5 o'clock. Tell Richard to meet you at Alice's. Tell Alice Richard will be there with the records. Pay postman for your address, hang it up. Take your model jet to Mr. Franciosa. If he can't fix it, buy model 7A, not 7B. He will give trade-in for a model set on your dresser. And if I have any time left over while I'm convalescing, why don't I just build another wing onto the house? Didn't work? Didn't work. It was one of the busiest days of my life. Oh, they have no feeling for me at all. I'm gimme Lane. Gimme this and gimme that.
All right, we're going to have to go on to step 2.
Could you skip to step 3? I'm getting mad.
We're not ready yet for step 3. Now, we're going to have to start work on Martin. You know, when a husband finds the lines in a newspaper more interesting than his wife's lines, it's time to do something about it.
Oh, well, Martin has to read the newspapers. It's his business.
So are you. When was the last time you wallowed in a beauty parlor?
I was at the hairdresser's 2 weeks ago.
I said wallowed. I mean, facial, massage, shampoo set, manicure, pedicure, wallow.
I see.
And it wouldn't do your morale any harm to be sporting a new French dress with some heady perfume to match.
Well, that'd be very expensive.
That's his problem.
Uncle Martin, what's the 7-letter word for ill-tempered?
Testy. No, that's 5.
I think it begins with a G.
Grumpy? No, that's only 6.
Watch this go.
Ross, will you be careful? This is a small airport.
I'm gonna join the Air Force when I grow up.
Oh, I'll bet they can't wait.
I wasn't talking to you.
Hey, can't the two of you behave in a more civilized manner toward one another?
I apologize.
I consider the source, and I accept it.
Well, you're a gracious monster. Neither of you means a word of it. You should have heard Ross leap to your defense when Pinky Miller said his sister was prettier than you. Is that true?
You should see his sister.
Good evening.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey. What time are we eating?
Is that all you think about, eating?
Well, I only asked because we have an editorial meeting tonight and I have to get down to the paper. Dinner isn't going to be ready soon. I'll have a sandwich out.
Of course, I don't want you to eat out. I'll fix something right away.
I have a date, too, Mom. I'm going bowling. I'm afraid I don't have much time either, Aunt Natalie. I promised Nancy I'd help her with her homework.
Well, it looks like we all have a problem. You know, Natalie, you really ought to organize your time better. Well, if businessmen ran their businesses as haphazardly as the average home is run, nothing would ever get done.
I'm sorry. Let me get out of this rag and I'll go fix dinner.
What's with the mother figure?
I don't know.
Gee, she's been acting awfully touchy lately. She reminds me of an old snapping turtle I used to have.
Don't suppose she's sick, do you, Uncle Martin? I've never seen her act like this before.
Maybe she's just getting old. You know how old people are.
No, how are we?
Grouchy.
That's it.
That's what?
It's a 7-letter word. Grouchy.
Auntie? No, thank you. Joan, are you sure we're doing the right thing?
Certainly. Will you just leave everything to me? Step 3 always works.
What happened to steps 1 and 2?
I'm telling you, step 3 will work.
It's almost 10 o'clock. They must be worried sick.
That's the whole idea. By the time you walk in that door, they'll have the whole Brooklyn Heights police force out looking for you.
I never did anything like this before. I didn't even fix dinner for him. I feel like a criminal.
For heaven's sakes, will you stop worrying about everybody else and start worrying about yourself a little?
It's all the same thing. They are me.
So are you. And it's time they realized it.
I really must go.
All right. If you want to be an unappreciated household drudge for the rest of your life.
Pour me some more tea. I'm home.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom.
Check.
Hello, Aunt Natalie.
It's after 10 o'clock.
Gee, is it that late? Well, I guess you better get on up to bed, son.
Night, Mom.
I'm sorry I'm so late. Joan and I had dinner together and time just flew.
Good. Kath, you want to take over for Ross? And you're in check.
What'd you do about dinner?
No, I fixed us something.
Weren't you worried about me?
No, I figured you had dinner with Joan and the time just flew.
That's terrible.
What'd I say?
Papa, I think we have a problem. What's the matter?
I just got blasted again.
What did you do?
I said good morning. Maybe I said it wrong.
Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias. I wish somebody'd write a book on the care and feeding of parents. Do you know what I think the trouble is, Patty? Sure, she hates us. No, I think she's just tired. You know, you could be right, Kathy. I'm sure I am. She probably doesn't realize how hard she works around here. She's not getting any younger. Why don't we try to make things easier for her? You've solved it. We're going to reorganize things around here. And right now. You take this stuff. I was going to ask her to press it. It would have taken her at least an hour. But now I'm not going to ask her. Good for you. You're going to press it. Why me? You're young and strong. So are you. Don't worry. I'm going to do my share. I'll clean our room. I better fix his zipper, too. And I can take these things to the cleaners for her. Good. I'll do the marketing. There are some shoes to be resoled. I'll take them down for her. We're really getting things organized. Before we're through, she won't have anything to do. She still has to cook. Oh, we can solve that, too. Tomorrow morning, we'll get up half an hour earlier and fix breakfast. Oh, what about dinner tonight? Oh. Why don't we go to the delicatessen and buy some barbecued chicken and potato salad and dessert? You're really rolling, Kat. I'll spring for it with my own move. I'll set the table and make the coffee. We're in orbit. Oh, except for one little thing. Ross. Yeah. Okay, you wait on the monster from 8 till 5. I'll take over from 5 till 8. That'll keep him out of Mom's hair. Well, that should take care of everything. We're gonna make a lady of leisure out of her. Let's get to work.
Why, it's all clean.
Afternoon, Mrs. Lane.
Well, I didn't order that. I haven't even done my shopping.
Patty took care of it.
Patty?
Yes, ma'am. I'll put the meat in the freezer.
Oh, I'll do that.
She said I was to do it. She said she won't be using this tonight. She's sending home a barbecued chicken. Bye.
Well, if everybody's finished eating, I'll clear the table. I'll get the dessert. I want to add some chocolate sauce to it.
Boy, that's one of the best dinners we've had in a long time. Natalie, you haven't eaten anything.
I'm not hungry. Excuse me.
Looks like your plan isn't working very well. Not only that, but it's giving me indigestion. Boy, that chicken tastes like boiled cardboard.
I don't know what to do, Papa. Nothing we do pleases her.
At least my turtle was friendly some of the time.
Uncle Martin, have you tried asking her what's wrong?
Over and over. All she says is, oh, I'm fine, thank you. You can see icicles forming over every word. I don't know what she wants.
A vacation.
What?
Mom needs a vacation.
Well, maybe she does, but I can't get away right now, Patty.
No, all by herself, with none of us around to bug her. She could lie in the sun all day and have room service. Yeah, and she'll go swimming and fishing and boating. Maybe I'll go with her.
I think we should stick to the original plan. We'll give her a week's vacation, just for her.
Yeah, maybe that'll make her smile again.
Let's go tell her the good news.
It's unbelievable, Joe. That chicken tasted like cardboard, and Martin said it was the best dinner he ever had. They wouldn't even let me in my own kitchen. You were right. They don't need me anymore. I'm in the way. I'll talk to you later.
Hi, Mom. How you feeling?
Just fine, thank you.
Natalie, we'd like to talk to you.
It's urgent.
Now, the four of us just had a family conference.
About me?
Yes, Aunt Natalie.
Go on.
What would you think about a trip to Florida?
Florida?
A real vacation.
Nothing to do but lie around in the sun and fish and swim.
And shop. Would that please you?
Yes, it sounds wonderful. Oh, I've been so silly. I thought that... It doesn't matter. Martin, can you get away? And is it all right to take the girls out of school?
We're not going.
No, we're sending you off by yourself.
You sending me away?
Yes. Won't it be lovely?
It'll be a great vacation. You can stay down there for a whole week, all by yourself.
A week? Why not 2 weeks? Or a month? Or maybe I'll never come back.
We're in bigger trouble than I thought. What's the matter? I just came from Mom's room. Her bed is covered with travel folders. What's wrong with that? They're for around-the-world cruises. She wouldn't do that. She's taking enough suitcases for a safari. Could she be angry with us? With us? Don't be silly. We've cooked for her, we've cleaned for her. I wonder if she appreciates us. Perhaps she thinks we don't... No. What? Just a silly idea. She's a big disappointment to me. I didn't think she'd go. We all told her to go. Well, she didn't have to listen to us. You know that line from Shakespeare? There's something rotten in the state of Denmark? Hamlet. Well, there's something rotten in Brooklyn. Your average red-blooded American mother just doesn't walk out on her family. It's un-American. We're not going to let her do it. Never mind me. How could she do that to a poor little kid like you?
Yeah. Listen, maybe we can pay her to stay.
She can't walk out on us. And we're going to tell her so.
I've given them the best years of my life, and now they're through with me. But they can't wait for me to get out of here. Well, they're not going to get rid of me that easily.
Where is she?
She's in her room.
Oh, we made a terrible mistake. We can't let her go.
We've got to stop her.
Right.
You're not going. We need you, Aunt Natalie.
We can't get along
It's
without
my
you,
house,
Mom.
and I am not leaving.
What did you say?
I said I'm staying here with my family.
You mean you want to stay?
Of course I do. I live here.
But you've been acting as though you hated us.
I thought you hated me. I haven't heard one kind word from any of you in years.
You're kidding.
Look, I love doing things for all of you. All I wanted was just one little thank you.
We're sorry, Mom. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies. This morning, we're going to examine the American woman's role in the household. Do you know what you are in your household?
You bet I do. Indispensable. Oh, thank you, Patty.
My pleasure. I'll help you with the dishes and then I'll
Oh,
take care-
you run along and meet Richard.
Are you sure? I don't mind doing them.
Thanks, darling. Neither do I.
You know, Mom, I guess I never really stopped to think how much you do around here. It never quits, does it?
No, it never quits, and it doesn't pay much, but the fringe benefits are great.
Thanks, Mom,
For what?
for being so great. I guess we all take a lot for granted sometimes. We forget to say thank you, so. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Let's get the coffee in there before I cry into it.
Gee, these are the best waffles I've ever tasted, Mom.
The eggs are delicious.
I love the French toast. Even the milk is great.
Okay, don't overdo it.
We just wanted you to know that we appreciate you. We may not always remember to tell you, but we do.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, honey, would you check with the laundry and ask them to stop starching my collars? And there's some buttons missing again.
I promised Ted I'd lend him my atlas. Would you please tell him there's 2 maps he's looking for on the back pages, near the index?
Mom, I broke my shoelaces. And while you're out getting some, would you please tell Mr. Francioso I've changed my mind about that Model Kit 7A? Take it back and get C16. That's the big job.
Oh, Mom, I'm bringing Mary and Alice by for dinner. Alice doesn't eat veal, and Mary doesn't eat broccoli. Oh, and if Richard calls, would you tell him that I can't meet him at the library, but I'll see him at the mall shop at 4 o'clock?
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins, and you'll find
They laugh alike.
they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins